Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Blackbull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Blackbull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. Get either the Essential Plus or Premium plans absolutely free. All you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Blackbull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Our sponsor Blue Guardian is the only prop firm that gives their traders a tool to protect them from hitting their max daily loss and over trading. It's super simple to use. Just set the Guardian Protector each day from your dashboard. Did you also know that they've just released an unlimited time evaluation with a 0 trading days requirement, giving you plenty of time to hit their low 8 and 4% targets, making it super fast to get funded. Plus, it's cheaper than the 40-day time limit evaluation. Check out the link and coupon in the description to get 10% off your next Blue Guardian evaluation.
How's it going, guys? How's it going, guys? Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this from. Everybody's doing well today. Let's just get started. Let's just get started. All right. So since the last time we spoke on Thursday, I think the dollar index was making highs. I think it was somewhere. No, it was. Where was it? NFP had come in here to break us out of this channel, and yeah, we were somewhere around here. Basically, we're somewhere around here. But that was on Thursday, and then we had a session on Tuesday, which meant we were somewhere up here at the highs. Okay, cool. Now I remember. So ever since we made our last video, the dollar index is kind of like, gone down ever since then. And the last time we spoke, I said that I was long, not on the dollar, well, yes, on the dollar index, but more specifically on USD JPY. Okay. Since the last time we spoke, we're in this little channel here. We broke out to the downside. We found some supports, and we've been rallying ever since. Okay. So this is the one trade that I'm currently involved in right now. So to make sure you guys can see that. Okay, cool. So my USD JPY trade is the only trade that I'm currently involved in right now. We did, however, speak about Euro Pound. Sweet Euro Pound. Now, Euro Pound was somewhere up here, and I said that I'd be looking to buy it, and I compared the entry to this one over here: consolidation, break of structure, come back, retest, find supports, and then continue rallying. So we were above, and I was thinking that it would basically fall back down, find support here, and then bounce off of it. But we, in the candle that actually reached that level that I'd highlighted, it broke right through it, which kind of gave me pause, And then the next one was also a bearish candle, and I thought, okay, and then it seems like we're going to basically keep falling below, but it's just the same thing, right? It's literally just the same thing. That support now becomes resistance, which is exactly what I did, right? After we broke the level, now I'm considering the sell. So my entry is at 85.44, as you can see. I'm hoping this will just push up a little bit higher, and then find resistance, and then come to the bottom side. As you can see here, I've also highlighted a little bit of like a ascending channel, if you want to call it that, which means if you go to a higher time frame, you'll find some type of a flag type of pattern. Here we go. All right, from the last supports down, channel breakout. So we should at least achieve this distance down here. So just like that, I've got already like 3 confluences that are kind of confirming the bearish move on Euro Pound. You go to the 4-hourly time frame. And yeah, so that's basically it for me for now on these 2 currency pairs. What I want to do as well is I want to go over the 4 currency pairs I'm going to be trading next week. Just give me a second. If I remember carefully, I think it's these 4: New Zealand CAD, New Zealand franc, USD CAD, and USD franc. All right. So these are just potential ideas, right? Obviously, I'm still going to watch price action for the remainder of this week and the beginning of next week to kind of, confirm or let me see. Yeah, to confirm or to, oppose whatever trading ideas I have for now. So New Zealand CAD, let me see here. Possible ideas for Okay, so in regards to New Zealand CAD, there's also USD CAD here. But we'll start with New Zealand CAD. In fact, let's start with USD CAD. Because of the correlation between USD CAD and dollar index and basically all the USD pairs, I'm already bearish. I have a bearish bias on this particular currency pair, right? Now, to an extent, there's also a correlation between USD CAD and New Zealand CAD, okay? Might not be perfect, but obviously because they share a cross, if you want to call it that. There's somewhat of a correlation. So if USD CAD were to fall, you could potentially see the same thing happen on New Zealand CAD, or just the complete opposite. But looking at New Zealand CAD as I see it right now, initially, when we're back up here, I thought that this move here was going to happen to the top side and then come down. Instead, it happened on the bottom. And the only natural thing for me to see right now is that this is going to continue going up. So obviously, because we have not, reached these levels up here, there's a whole lot of liquidity that's been left up here that hasn't been breached. So I think New Zealand CAD from today and maybe for the next week, 2 weeks or so, I think we're going to come back up into this level here, this 83.81 level. Okay. Now, if we do that, we're going to be looking obviously for bias trades, right? We're looking for bullish trades, sorry. And it's really simple. We're going to look to break a certain level structure. Then we're going to want to see a retracement, and then we're going to want to see the continuation. Very simple stuff. Very simple stuff. So in terms of what structure levels we could break, I mean, here's a level right here that we're rejecting right now. There's a level that we're rejecting, and then the next one would be over here. Cool. Now, that's just one idea. Obviously, it could just fall as well. That's a possibility, which means that after breaking this, in fact, let's say this one. After breaking this level, we'd then be looking for something like that. Very simple, very simple. Multiple rejections makes it a very significant level. Multiple rejections makes it a very significant level, okay? If we find ourselves beneath this, there is a high probability that we'll continue to the downside. If we find ourselves above this, there's a high probability, not a guarantee, but a high probability that we can find ourselves continuing to the top side. Simple as that. Okay, this is a less, in terms of strength, I would say this key level over here isn't as strong as this one because we haven't seen multiple rejections from it. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So these two are very strong. So if we were to break beneath or above either one of them, the trade is getting taken. Looks like USD JPY is moving. We have news, by the way, today. USD news in, what is that, 5 hours? Yeah, 5 hours and 15 minutes. We have unemployment claims coming out. Hopefully that will be the catalyst to finally get me out of this trade, and then I can just move on. There was another one that I shared last week, but it also just seems like it's so far away. It's not even friends. It's like 250 pips away from an entry. So that's something I'm going to be looking at for the near future. Anyway, so that was New Zealand CAD. Moving on, New Zealand franc. If you're wondering what I'm flipping over here, it's my file book. It's basically, it's got like all my entries that I've taken over the last, I don't know, 16 months. What happened? What were my notes on it? New Zealand franc. I would not give up this book for anything. AUDJPY, Euro Pound, AUD franc, GBP AUD, USD franc, XAU USD. Huh. There it is. Moving up to the daily, I just want to see exactly what is happening here. Okay, so we had, what was it? It was New Zealand news, the unemployment rate that came out on Tuesday night. That's what pushed this so much higher. And you can see from before that, this is like a full month of like consolidation. Like New Zealand CAD, I was hoping for much higher prices the last time I analyzed this, and we just never reached there, and it fell without me, which sucks. But yeah, so we could find ourselves pushing all the way back up here. We could find ourselves pushing all the way back up here, but obviously the market doesn't just move in a straight line. I mean, sometimes it does. So we're going to see, retracements. We're going to see retracements. So what I could do is I could wait for like a significant retracement. This is not even a 38.2 retracements. So I can't even say I'm going to get involved in this. It would have to fall a little bit further, or this could just be, the beginning of a structure point, and then it can create another one, and then I can use a Fibonacci retracement tool maybe somewhere in here. Hey, it all really depends also on whether it's able to maintain this run. Okay, so as you can see, we're falling back into this range, which is what I don't want to see. Okay, I want to see us kind of bounce off of all of this price action and then move higher. Because if we fall deep enough into this, I mean, we could basically just find ourselves ranging all over again. So for now, I'm looking for support to be found somewhere in here. I can't even really place it because there's just so many support levels. There's one here, here, all the way down here. So either one of these, I'm hoping is going to hold. And then once we find ourselves a little bit higher, then I can look for a potential buying opportunity. Let me mark that, so I do not have to do that again. One, two, three, four. Okay. USD CAD is a buy. Like I'm not gonna waste even my analysis on that. This is just a buy. This is just a buy, and it's the same for USD franc. Anybody that is shorting Euro USD right now, you might as well just buy USD franc as well, because they're the opposites of each other. So if one goes down, the other one's going to go up. And also vice versa. If USD franc were to go down, Euro USD will go up. The dollar index is not really moving so much. It's probably just going to wait for the news. It's probably just going to wait for the news. All right. Hey, are you in short? Am I short on what? Euro USD. I don't trade Euro USD, unfortunately. I actually don't trade Euro USD. I do trade USD franc, and I believe that USD franc is going to go up. I don't have a trade on it right now, but I believe that, you know, all the currency pairs that begin with USD are going to go up. I just shorted AUD, USD, New Zealand USD. That kind of goes along with what I'm thinking. I think gold, AUD, okay, maybe not gold, because gold has got a mind of its own right now. But yeah, I've been anticipating lower prices on the USD crosses. And also gold, man. Like I've been it's been moving so strangely. It's been moving so strangely. I mean, even yesterday, I believe there was this rally, and whoever was short, it took them out, and it seems like now it's going to fall. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. AUD, USD, New Zealand USD short sounds good from where I'm standing, at least. What is lot size? What lot size? You guys know you can't just share lot sizes, right? Like it depends on the size of your account. So you can't just like, well, I'm shorting it with 0.5 and expect whoever you're telling that to also short it with 0.5, because you guys might have two different account sizes. So I think the better answer is to open a position size calculator and figure out what would be the appropriate position size for you. Just an idea. Use it, don't use it. Black Falcon, your goal point of view. Like I said, I believe that gold is going to fall. I believe anything that ends with USD is going to fall. However, it has not been very easy trading these, especially gold, over the last, say, 5 weeks, because there's been these moves, you know, whenever you see like crazy wicks like this, you know that like stops are being hunted, you know. And I'm not saying that in like a cynical way. I'm just saying that like you'll find that there are people that have been correct about the direction, but their entry, you know, was incorrect. But when wicks happen like this, it really doesn't even matter, because your entry is probably always going to be incorrect, right? But yes, I am short. Well, I believe it will be shorted. It will sell off at least until there. Maybe even lower. Maybe around here too. Maybe until, what is this? 1980? 1982. Hey, hey, it's just what I'm seeing. It's just what I'm seeing. It's really just what I'm seeing. I was on my 4-hour time frame. If you're wondering why my trades are so large, I'm a swing trader. So if you're looking for like 2 pip stop losses and 3 pip stop losses and trading on the 1-minute chart, you're in the wrong place. Gold bounce expected from 2029. A bounce up. Okay. So our shorts in New Zealand CAD at 82316. So you're in profit right now. You're in this range. You're essentially in this range, which is, I mean, hey, if I literally, like I said, if we reach beneath this and then, shorts to be continued, you're already in profit. So even by the time you get down here, you would have already made a tidy profit. So awesome. That was this comment, by the way. What about German 40 index? I don't trade German 40 index. I've never traded in my life. I don't even know what the chart looks like. NASDAQ. I don't trade NASDAQ. Unfortunately, I do not trade NASDAQ. I wish I did. I don't. Just for kicks. I have a question though, trading NAS, does it not seem kind of like counterproductive? Because NAS is essentially designed to just go up. Just a question, really, just an inquiry, because how do you trade something that's just going up? Like, and I'm not knocking anybody. I don't, I don't understand. I think that's what I want to say. I don't understand, but I'm open to being educated. I really am. Like, if you look here, and I keep saying this, I sound like a broken record, but I keep saying this. If you had just, like, literally, you got some money in the beginning of last year and you just decided that, I'm going to buy NASDAQ. Look at that. You would have almost doubled your money, You would have really looked like a really smart investor. You would have made like 70% return for doing nothing. However, people want to, more actively participate. They want to day trade it. Hey, look, if it works for you, it works for you. But for me, I don't understand how to trade NAS. I just don't understand. I remember people were selling like courses on Fibonacci retracements because NAS always goes up. It's not hard to find a Fibonacci that works. Here's one right here. One, there's one. There's one in there as well. There's one right above it. Like, if you just throw on a Fibonacci retracement tool, you'll make a lot of money with NAS. That's what I think. That's just what I think. That's just what I think. Yeah. So yeah, I am long on USD JPY. It's moving higher. Is it moving higher? Yes, it is. Dude, just hit my target, man. Just give me a break. I also have a. What's this? No, this trade is too small. I was wondering if I was going to be able to like move my stop, but it's too tiny. It's too tiny. I might move it too prematurely and then get stopped out unnecessarily. That's good. It's a healthy movement. Healthy move. Healthy move. Cool. Another thing. And I mentioned this in one of the previous lives. I'm sure we all have truly grasped that, trading is not the simplest thing. However, over the last couple of days, I've seen like literally the superheroes of Forex um, talk about how challenging the last 4 to 5 weeks have been. I don't even know how many people I've seen create content about how they've lost their funding, they lost half their funding. People that some people that I even look up to. It's been real. It's been real. But anyway, I'm saying this just to say that, if you're struggling with this thing, like, don't beat yourself up. You really don't need to beat yourself up. It is hard for all of us. It is difficult for all of us. Um, there's a guy who started a challenge in the beginning of the year, $1 million challenge, $1 million funded challenge, something like that. And he failed it in like no time, you know? So yeah, I think really the name of the game here is just patience, honestly. I think it's really just patience. And it might take a long time. It'll probably take a long time, but what else is there? What else is there? Last night I was like thinking about re-entering here, right? Now re-entering on positions is not part of my strategy. It's not part of anything that I've back tested. Like, it was literally just what's this? A thought that was born out of anxiety and stress and impatience. Right now, it worked. Obviously, it would have worked. Would have made some money. However, what I've learned now is that I celebrate not necessarily every time I make money, but I celebrate when I stick to my rules. That's what I celebrate now. So, regardless of the outcome, if what I'm doing on the charts abides by all of the information I've collected, all the data I've collected, all the backtesting I've collected, if I follow my strategy to the letter, that's what I celebrate. That's what I celebrate. Just a young rant. Just a young rant. Sorry about that. Just a young rant. Um, okay, it's looking like DXY is moving up. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Cool. USD Swiss franc is beginning to move up as well. USD CAD, USD JPY. Before I forget. As far as, okay, yes, I know I'm almost near my TP. However, I was looking at like a, much higher target because of what I've been seeing on these other currency pairs or these other DXY crosses. I'm thinking that this high here might get taken out. Okay, that's I'm thinking that. I'm thinking that. USD JPY is not a stingy currency pair. Like, it will move. It is not afraid of moving. Okay, look at these moves, and this is like just over a few days. So, yeah. Ultimately, yes, my TP is at 149.54, but I wouldn't be surprised if 151.67 gets taken out as well. So, in terms of how I'm going to manage this trade, I haven't made up my mind yet. If I'm going to just move my stops as it continues upwards, or just take my money now and run, or find another entry later on. All of these things are possibilities. Saria says there'll be a bounce on gold expected from 2029. When you say a bounce on gold, what do you mean? Like a bounce from 2029 to 2030 or a significant push? $2029 is like right here. Isn't it on 2029 right now? It is, yeah. So what do you mean by like a bounce? Do you mean like it's gonna go from here to 2030? Do you mean it's gonna go from here to like, new highs? What do you mean? And if you are buying here, where have you placed your stop? Because I don't see it. But then this is, once again, the swing trader speaking. It is the swing trader speaking. So, I'm only really looking for really large movements. It's moving lower. Whoa. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. How many pips are we away from? Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. 70. Still a decent move needs to happen. Yes, somebody's on No, guys. Gold is a sell. Gold is a sell. A sell, if you ask me. Yeah. Either way I slice it, it's a sell. However, if in going into a position on gold, you have to be very careful because this is happening. You know, look at this. Which I still see. I still see a sell on gold. Looks like I'm gonna get filled here. This is a very tight stop, 31 pips. See what happens. See what happens. See what happens. Is there any euro pound news today? No, there isn't. So, yeah. Let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. Probably give you guys an update on this by Tuesday, next week Tuesday. I'll either have a loss on euro pound and maybe even USD JPY, or I'll come through with some winning trades. God knows I need some winning trades. I need some winning trades. Yeah. Are any of you guys trading a funded challenge right now? Cool, cool, cool. And how's it going? How is your challenge going? Honesty only, please. The truth only. The truth will set you free. How is your challenge going? I spoke about my challenge on Monday, I think. There's a video of me going over how my challenge is going. If nobody's watched it as yet, I was down 2%, I think. Yeah. I was down 2.5%, 2 point something, 2.1% or something like that. I am hovering around 1.5% now, minus 1.5%. So yeah, on this challenge at least, it's going. 50K challenge and 5K funded. When did you start the 50K? So the guy who was speaking about a bounce on gold at 2029, is this the bounce that you're talking about? Or there's something else that you have in mind? It's GA, USD GPY. Dollar index. $4 from now, guys. Don't forget. 4 hours from now, we have high impact news on USD. 2nd of Feb. At least you didn't start trading in Jan. At least you didn't start trading in January. At least you didn't start trading in this mess over here. Because, yeah, that wasn't fun. Yeah, man. So, all the best on your challenge, man. All the best. Anybody that is currently participating in a challenge, all the best to you guys. You know, whenever you see the leaderboards, I don't know if you guys ever do this. It's something I do, like when I'm just bored. The leaderboards on these various platforms, and a lot of the time, we're not there. If that makes sense, like my country is not there. But whenever I see like the South African flag on there, like I don't know, it encourages you, right? It feels good. It feels good to see someone else in your country doing it. But yeah, I doubt I'll ever be on a leaderboard though. For me, I don't ever want to make 20% in a month, to be honest with you. It's not even something I aspire to. I want to be that guy that makes 1 or 2% every month for the rest of his life. That's me. That is the guy that I want to be. So, yeah. Guys, I'm going to be wrapping up this live very soon. Obviously, dollar index is starting to retrace. USD JPY is starting to retrace. Of course, that would happen. It's just my luck. Still waiting for an entry on Euro Pound, which is essentially 8 pips away from where we are right now. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe this is just, in anticipation for the USD news. Hey, that's why we're getting these retracements. Who knows? Who actually knows? But anyway, I will see you guys. I will see you guys next week Tuesday for the next coming live. Hopefully by then, I would have been filled on Euro Pound for the shorts, and USD JPY. This bullish trade here would have hit its targets, and then we can get into the New Zealand CAD, the New Zealand franc, the USD CAD, and the USD franc for next week. Yeah, so enjoy your weekend, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for participating, man. Thanks for giving me some of your time, and thanks for the questions. I will check you guys next weekend. Next week. I'll check you guys next week, Tuesday.